Hey guys, it's Memorial Day weekend, so you know what that means? It's the start of summer and time to drive out on the beach. Especially important in sand is going to be dropping your air pressure down. So I use these EZ tire deflators. It's just a spring-loaded valve. You can adjust it to whatever pressure you want, and all you got to do is screw it onto your valve stem and it'll automatically cut off at your pressure. Now I'm just going to go to the other three tires, start letting air out. So let's go ahead and lock in my Warren manually locking hubs and hope that they stay together. I'm going to wait another 3 to 5 minutes for all 4 of my tires to deflate. So as your tire approaches your cutoff pressure, the air coming out is going to trickle down to almost non-existent. And so you can adjust the pressure that it turns off by using a locking ring here, and it just basically pre-tensions a spring on the inside. You don't want to leave these on. This is just for letting the air out. So once you get down to the pressure that you want, just go ahead and slide the cap on. By the time that I go ahead and put one of these valves on each tire and then wait 3 to 5 minutes and I take the valves off in the same order I put them on, all 4 tires are about equal to 15 psi. So if you're going to take the time to air down your tires, you got to have a plan on how to get them back up to pressure. Definitely, especially the front tires, when they air down, it makes it very hard to steer. So this is just Superflow MV50. This is a cheap $60 air compressor that you can get off Amazon. There's a lot of Chinese knockoffs that are similar. I've modified some of the hoses and fittings a little bit. And I use an ARB rapid tire inflator. This is just a gauge and inflator all in one. The original configuration of this had an extra gauge here, but it's just easier to have the gauge right in front of you. You need to make sure that you get an air compressor that actually has a high flow rate. I think this is 2.2 cubic feet per minute. If you get some of the cheaper ones that plug into a cigarette lighter, that's maybe good in an emergency if you have a flat and you just need to air up a little bit. But if you're going to routinely air down and re-inflate, you need something that has high flow to it. A good rule of thumb is to get one that hooks directly to your battery. Alright, so my air pressure was right around 15 psi, and so I'm going to let the compressor fill this tire up. I usually run them at around 35, but because I don't want to be here for as long as it's going to take to fill them all the way up, I'm going to get them to around 25 to 27 psi on all 4 tires. The ARB inflator gauge is definitely very helpful because you can just rapidly check the pressure by taking your hand off the lever, and I'm almost to 30. And this tire is good enough, right around 30 psi, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the other 3 tires. So I hope everybody's having a good holiday weekend. I hope that these tips with some of my gear that I have for lowering my tire pressure and airing them back up afterwards has been helpful. and that'll help you get your tires where they need to be to drive out on the softest of sands on any beaches. Please comment below if you have questions or suggestions for future videos, and like and subscribe if you want to see more videos similar to this. Appreciate it.